Alright ladies, so we're going to start by putting our dome cap. Well, before you put your dome cap on your mannequin, you want to put the dome cap on to see where you want to put your closure, where you want to put your closure piece, which I already made a mark about right there. It's kind of where I want it to be. And then I made a mark. Don't pay attention to that one. That was accident. This one right here is kind of where I want my bangs to start. So I kind of wanted to go ahead and have that on there, so I have an idea how I wanted to do it. So yeah, so now let's begin. I'm going to start off using the longest bundles. It came in 14 and 16 inches, so I'm going to do 16 inches along the back first. This is a human hair mix. It's not virgin or anything like that, so I will just be gluing the tracks just because it's not, you know, that high quality of hair. I just don't feel the need to sew it on. I just want to glue it on. So if you want to sew it on, then cool. But especially if you're using like a better grade of hair than what I am, then yeah, go ahead and do that. But I'm just going to go ahead and glue it because that's just how I've done the other wigs. So yeah. So I'm just going to cut the track and glue it along the back, and I'll keep gluing until I get close to my closure point that I made here, my little mark. So alright, okay, so here's the track here already cut, and I'm going to apply my glue on here, and then I'm going to stick it right there. Alright, okay, and I'll hold that for about 30 seconds or so till it's pretty much secure, and then I will continue on layering the tracks. Okay, and there you go. Yeah. Okay, as you see, we're getting closer to that closure point there, and I want to pop in and show you I have glued on both of the 16-inch little bundles that came in the pack. I just wanted to show you how that looked. This is what I'm working with right now. It's the front, and then that's the side there. Alright, and now since we're getting closer to that point, what I'm going to start doing is, let's get my hair. Well, I still have a little piece of my 16-inch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just start it to cut the pieces, and how I'm going to do that is do a piece right here, and I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to glue it down there, and then I'm going to take the rest on the side, cut it, and glue it there, and then do the same on the other side. Same situation, and then I'm just going to keep going about that, and then we'll demonstrate what I'm talking about now. So, like I was saying, just kind of measure that a little bit. that. Then I'm just going to glue it right there. Oops, alright, it's a little sloppy, but okay, I'm gluing that piece right there. I'm going to hold that down, and then I'm going to do the other side the same way. Just hold that down for about 30 seconds. Press firmly. Alright, and then now I'm going to do the same on this side. Okay, and I just glued that track on that side there. And then that's that back one I did. And now I'm just going to do the same on this side. And I'm just going to continue that same kind of formation. Just cutting the track, just placing one here, one. See how it's kind of creating a U shape. And I'm going to keep doing it until I get about like a little ½ inch away from where I want my closure to be. And then I will show you guys what I'm going to do right after that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue up, and when then I'm going to pop back in and we'll continue. Okay. So we're about a ½ inch or inch away from that mark that I made. And if you notice, I did move it up a little bit further than I originally had planned to put my closure, but I decided to move it up a little bit right there. And I just continued that process like I showed you before, just cutting the track, placing it here, cutting it, and placing it there, just kind of making like a U situation there. And it's sort of a U. It's a little bit crooked, but whatever. You're not really going to notice that anyway. And now this is what the front looks like. And now we're going to work on the bang. Okay. And I just glued the first track for the bang. I just did the same process as I did for the back. Just applied the glue on there, and then I just started from here, and I just glued it all the way across. And I'm just going to continue to glue across until this whole front is filled, and then I will continue until I hit my bang spot, which is right up here. But I'll be back to show you guys that. But I'm just going to continue gluing it across, and then I'm going to pop back in, and we're going to finish this thing up. We're almost there, ladies. Then now I'm going to continue up, do a couple more tracks, and I'm going to stop at my first mark there. That's where I wanted to stop my bang. And then I'm going to add my closure, and then we will be finished. Well, at least with making the whole thing, and then we'll layer it in the next video. Alright, so I've reached my little mark that I wanted for my bangs. And now I'm going to add the closure, and should come in with the pack that you have. Now if you chose to use a different type of hair that didn't come with a closure, I don't know how to make closures. I think there's videos here on YouTube on how to do it. I would suggest you research that. Right at this moment, I don't know how to make a closure, but that is something I'm looking to learn. But until then, I prefer to get the packs that comes with the closure. But yeah, and then yours will have like this mesh thing or tool. Yeah, I think it's kind of like tool. This piece there, and all we're gonna do is just glue it all down. I'm gonna glue it where my mark is. And I know I still have like some area left here. I'm just going to fill in around it after I have my closure, just to make, just to cover that up and whatnot. But yeah, I'm going to put my closure about where I have my little dot there, where I want to put it at. So just kind of placing it just so I can kind of see what it's going to look like. So I put it about right there. And then after I glue it down, you'll see that we still have like some area surrounding it, and we're just gonna fill in the tracks around it just to cover that mesh part up. And then we put the tracks right underneath here, so if like the wind blows, you won't see all like the mesh and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm just gonna take my glue. I'm just gonna glue it on there. I'll put a little bit more in that middle part there, just for a little bit of security. I haven't had it come loose or anything like that. I've been wearing these wigs for the past ever since December, so it's since 6 months now. And yeah, so I haven't had a problem with me gluing this on here. It hasn't come up or anything like that. It's pretty secure. But if you want to, you can sew it on here, but I just choose not to do that. But just whatever floats your boat. And I'm just gonna press and make sure that's secure. So just how I've been doing my tracks and stuff, I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I'm just gonna press and make sure it's secure. I'm gonna hold it for about a minute since it's a little bit thicker. Okay, so we have the closure on here. Here it is here. And I'm just going to fill in tracks surrounding it until my dome cap is completely covered. I have completed this wig. I have the closure piece down, and I filled in the pieces around the closure just to cover up the dome cap. And now we are ready to cut and style this bad boy. So stay tuned to part 2 of this video so you can see how I style and cut this wig and how I add my clips. Although, like I said before, you can sew it down if you would like to, but that's just not what I'm going to do. But stay tuned for that part, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.